In a cozy little cottage, nestled at the edge of an enchanted forest, lived a baker named Marian and her daughter Narcissa. Narcissa wasn't like other children. While they played with dolls and chased butterflies, she dreamt of something far more dazzling, a loaf of bread made of pure, sparkling gold. Oh, mother, she'd sigh every morning. If only I had a golden bread, I'd be the happiest girl in the world. Marian would simply smile, her hands covered in flour, and say, "My dear, true happiness isn't found in gold, but in the warmth of a kind heart." One sunny afternoon, as Narcissa was sulking by the garden, her two best friends, Melly and Terry, skipped over. But Melly and Terry had a secret. They were magical sprites disguised as ordinary children. Seeing Narcissa's gloom, Melly, with a mischievous twinkle in her eye, whispered, "We heard you want a golden bread. What if we told you we know where to find one?" Narcissa's eyes widened with excitement. "Really? Where?" Terry pointed a tiny finger towards the deepest, most mysterious part of the forest. "There's a castle made of gingerbread and candy, ruled by a generous queen. She has a whole room filled with golden bread. But the journey is long and tests your heart." Narcissa didn't care about any test. All she could think about was the shimmering loaf. "Let's go now," she declared, grabbing her basket. The journey began. As they ventured into the forest, the trees grew taller and the path darker. They soon came across a tiny squirrel with its foot caught in a thorny vine, squeaking in distress. "Oh, let's help it," Melly cried out. But Narcissa just rolled her eyes. "We don't have time. The golden bread is waiting." She tried to walk past, but Terry stood in her way. "A true adventurer helps those in need," Narcissa grumbling. Narcissa helped free the squirrel, which scurried away with a grateful chitter. A moment later, a magical, glowing flower bloomed right where the squirrel had been trapped. Melly picked it and handed it to Narcissa. "Kindness has its own rewards," she said softly. Narcissa just tucked it into her basket, still impatient. Their path then led them to a wide, rushing river with no bridge. On the bank sat a grumpy old troll, blocking the only shallow crossing. "None shall pass," he growled, "unless you can make me smile. And I haven't smiled in 100 years. Narcissa wanted to argue, but Terry stepped forward and started telling the silliest jokes he knew. He wiggled his ears and made funny faces, and soon a low chuckle rumbled from the troll's chest. Then a bigger laugh, until the whole forest echoed with his joyous roar. The troll wiped a tear from his eye. "Thank you, little one. You may cross." As they walked past, he handed Narcissa a smooth, shiny river stone. "A reminder that laughter can build bridges," he said. Narcissa, a little surprised, put the stone in her basket with the flower. Finally, they saw it. A magnificent castle made of gingerbread walls, candy cane towers, and lollipop windows, shimmering under the sun. At the gate stood a queen, her smile as warm as fresh-baked bread. "Welcome, travelers," she said. "I've been expecting you." She led them inside, where the air smelled of cinnamon and sugar. There, in the center of a grand hall, was a pedestal, and on it sat the most beautiful golden bread Narcissa had ever imagined. It glittered so brightly it hurt her eyes. "It's all I've ever wanted," she gasped, rushing forward. But as she reached for it, the bread vanished into a puff of golden dust. Narcissa burst into tears. "It's gone. I came all this way for nothing." The queen knelt beside her. "The golden bread was never real, my child. It was a test. The real treasures are the ones you gathered along the way." Confused, Narcissa looked into her basket. As she touched the glowing flower, she felt the warmth of helping the little squirrel. When she held the smooth stone, she remembered the troll's happy laughter. These feelings were ... wonderful. They were better than gold. The queen, who was really Marion transformed, smiled. You see, the journey wasn't about the destination. It was about discovering the kindness and joy within you. Narcissa looked at her friends, Melly and Terry, now shimmering in their true sprite forms. She looked at her mother, her heart overflowing. She finally understood true happiness wasn't something you could hold, it was something you shared. She hugged her mother tightly, the smell of fresh bread and love filling the air, a treasure far more precious than any gold. Thank you so much for joining Narcissa on her magical adventure. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more enchanting tales. We'll see you next time.